episode 4 of Reading It Zip on this snowy Wednesday. Mr. Braille here, and me. Mr. Mocha will join us shortly. He's in a Golden Retriever Club meeting, apparently. So, on Monday, we went to the library and got about 6 books, and Mr. Braille and I are having trouble deciding which ones to read. So we're going to show you the library haul, plus what we're currently reading, and show you our current knits. Talk a little bit about maybe what I want to learn to knit this year. I can't give a job update yet, but things are in process. For some new followers, I want to give a health update, explain a few things. I think that's pretty much it. Give a little family update. We have a little bit of a new situation around here, and Mom and I don't know what to make of it yet. So let's get started by what we're reading right now. What are we reading right now, buddy? We are currently reading from Book of the Month, The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Ligong. And it is I'd say it's a very cozy mystery. This came in November's box. An immigrant fortune teller travels between villages with just her trusty mule for company. She tells only small fortunes, when it will hail next week, which boy the barmaid will kiss, which cow will calf. She knows from bitter experiences big fortunes come with big consequences. It's a lonely life, but it's better than the one she left behind. Small fortunes unexpectedly become something more when a semi-reformed thief and an ex-mercenary recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon, they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure, and of course, a slightly magical cat. Teo starts down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small, and she lowers her walls with the shadow of her past closing in. She'll have to decide whether to risk everything to preserve the family she never thought she could have. Guys, this is the cozy novel we all need right now. I won't talk about what's going on in the world in this channel. We all know, this is the coziest novel. It's perfect. Get a copy. Libraries, booksellers, I don't care where you get your copy. It's perfect. Settle down with a cup of joe, tea, whatever you like to drink, and immerse yourself in a cozy world like this. Our souls need it, and our hearts need it, and our minds need it. I'm only 9 chapters in, and I'm hooked. Characters, the worlds, the travel, the companionship, it's perfect. So that's one book that I own right now. Kindle-wise, guys, the cover on this, I'm okay with it. I need something else. I'm looking for, I have this thing. It's called Grippy. So you put it on. It looks like this. And I like it. And I'm supposed to be getting the package that makes it more comfortable. Because it's hard plastic. It doesn't it doesn't feel good when you're, so you put it on like this. I'll flip open my Kindle so you guys can see what it looks like. Between the pages of the book is a lovely place to be. That's my screensaver for the day. I read a lot more with the Kindle on my phone. Just because that's easier to pick up late at night when I'm actually doing this. So then you put this on. It's grippy. You just slide it on like that, and it holds you hold the Kindle, but it's not comfortable. I'm supposed to be getting like a fuzzy cover that makes it more comfortable. So we'll see if that helps. But I might be looking for another case, something with a hand strap like what my mom has. I don't know. Guys, my disability, and I don't often think of it that way. It does weird things, hand cramps, weird knee things. We'll get to that in the end. Not really having a great time right now. But anyway, back to the books. On Kindle right now, I am reading. I hate when it does this. I'm reading Amari and the Great Game. This is the second book in the Amari series. So Amari finds out she is a magician in the first book. The second book, she goes back to the Bureau of Magical Investigations. And things get even more haywire from there. It's good, guys. I'm flying through it. I think 40% of the way through. Got it from the library. Here. Let me show you what it looks like. Go back to the cover. The furthest page read. Oh, currently at the furthest page. Okay, 36% through. A mistake, huh? I must have just finished it at the doctor's office yesterday and left it from there. Beginning. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh. Fudge. Beginning. Cover. So, that's the cover. Again, this is the second book in the series. The first one is Amari and the Night Brothers. So if you're looking for something kind of magical, creatures, that kind of thing, it's really good. It's written for young adults, so it does fly. Really good. Highly recommend. CW Mars does have it in book form and ebook. And I believe my friend said audiobook as well. So that's what I'm and then also on Kindle, I am reading, and I have an audiobook as well. The Book of Doors, if I can find it. It follows Cassie. She works in a bookstore, and she witnesses what's the cover? It's a science fiction novel. I'm on a sci-fi kick. Aren't we? She works in a bookstore and she witnesses the death of an old customer. She then finds a mysterious book that when she opens her bedroom door, It can lead her anywhere she wants. So far, it's very good. There are other books in this world. The Book of Wonders, I think, and the Book of Illusion. I haven't really gotten into that part of the plot yet. We'll see. So that's what we're reading on Kindle right now. Audiobook, I am reading, back to where I was. Audiobook, I am reading A Case of Cat and Mouse by, is it Sophie Kelly? So that is a mystery where a librarian is on a hang on, Libby can tell us. Librarian Kathleen Paulson and her two magical cats more than their fair share of real-life drama as a reality TV crew has come to town, and in the new installment of this New York best-selling series, this is book number 11, I believe, A Case of Cat and Mouse. Spring has come to charming Mayville Heights, and with it, some Hollywood glamour. A reboot of a popular TV baking show is filming there, and Kathleen works as an advisor on historical facts for the show, locating restaurants and providing catering for the camera crews. And Kathleen's faithful felines, Hercules and Owen, are hoping there is a cat treat challenge, but then Kathleen finds one of the judges dead. She has to solve many a murder with the help from supernaturally gifted Hercules and Owen. With the whole town on tenterhooks, the talented trio will have all paws on deck to chase down this killer. So I'm listening to that. I am, according to the book, 45% done and on chapter 9. So I'll listen to this, like, if I'm working on the computer or doing my diamond dots or something like that. Yeah, I do diamond painting now, so that's really cool. Working on a big one for that. I'm not showing progress on that because that's huge. So anyway, back to the really main that's what we're reading right now. Our library haul. Mom and I were finally able to get out on Saturday. Mom has been sick for like a week. And, I think I caught something. But I'm really not sure because, excuse me, I had 2 hospital appointments this week. And I just started feeling it this morning. So our first library book is What the River Knows. It's a YA book. Bolivian-Argentinian Inez Oliveira belongs to the glittering upper society of 19th century Buenos Aires and is like the rest of the world. The town is steeped in old world magic that's been largely left behind or forgotten. Inez is everything a girl might want, except for the one thing that she yearns for the most: her globetrotting parents who frequently leave her behind. When she receives the word of their tragic deaths, Inez inherits their massive fortune and a mysterious guardian, an archaeologist in partnership with his Egyptian brother-in-law. Yearning for answers, Inez sails Cairo, bringing her sketchpads and a golden ring her father sent to her for safekeeping before he died. But upon her arrival, the old world magic is teetering, and the ring pulls her down a path where she discovers there's more to her parents' disappearance than what her guardian led her to believe. With her guardian infuriatingly handsome as when her guardian's infuriatingly handsome assistant thwarting her at every turn, Inez must rely on ancient magic to uncover the truth about her parents' disappearance or risk becoming a pawn in a larger game that might kill her. So I'm excited for this. But with all the other choices, I don't know what to read first. So comment down below what you think I should pick first. The next one we have here is The 13th Child, also YA. His therapist has always known she wasn't like her siblings. The 13th child promised to one of the gods. She spends her childhood waiting for her benefactor, Merrick, the god of death, to arrive and take her away. And when he does, he lays out exactly what he's planning for Hazel's future. She will become a great and celebrated healer. To add to her endeavors, Merrick blesses Hazel with the gift of the ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick. But all gifts come with a price. Hazel can see when death claims a patient and is tasked with ending their suffering permanently. Haunted by the ghosts of those she's killed, Hazel longs to run, but destiny brings her to the royal court where she meets Leopold, a rakish prince with disdain for everyone and everything. And that's when Hazel faces the biggest dilemma yet. Should she shape the life of a king marked to die? Hazel knows what she is meant to do, and her heart is urging towards. But what will happen if she goes against the will of death himself? Okay, so those are our two YA ones, guys. Braille, what are your thoughts? Okay, Braille thinks it should be What the River Knows, but we still have 4 more to go through. This is the one I was really excited for because it's brand new. You guys have probably heard about this one. It's a book talk sensation. The Voyage of the Damned by Frances White. Other booktubers are having a love-hate relationship. I don't know. For 1,000 years, Concordia has maintained peace between its provinces. To mark the incredible feat, the Emperor's ship embarks on a 12-day voyage to the sacred goddess's mountain. Aboard the 12 hares of the provinces of Concordia, each guard with a unique and secret magical ability known as a blessing. All except one. Ganmertes Picasso, class clown, slacker, and all-around disappointment. When a beloved hare is murdered, everyone is suspect. Stuck at sea and surrounded by powerful people without a blessing to protect him, Ganymede's odds of survival are slim. But as the bodies pile higher, Ganymedes must become the hero he was not born to be. Can he unmask the killer and their secret blessing before the bloody crusades reaches the shores of Concordia? I don't know, guys. All these look so good. And then, as I was in the science fiction section, I found one that's been on my TBR pile forever. An Education in Mollis, deep in the forgotten hills of Massachusetts. Score 1. stands St. Perpetuus Women's College. Isolated and ancient, it is not a place for timid girls. Here, secrets are currency, ambition, and lifeblood. Strange ceremonies welcome students into the fold. On her first day of class, Laura Sheridan is thrust into an intense academic rivalry with beautiful and enigmatic Carmilla. Together, they are drawn into the confidence of their demanding poetry professor de La Fontaine, who holds their own dark obsession with Carmilla. But as their rivalry blossoms into something far more delicious, Laura must confront her own strange hungers. Tangled in the sinister game of politics, bloodthirsty professors, and magic, Laura and Camilla must decide how much they are willing to sacrifice their ruthless pursuit of knowledge. I apologize that I can't read today, guys. We'll get to why that may be in a minute. So that's number 4. Another science fiction one. Here and Now and Then. I originally had this one booked on Libby, but then I found out the library had it. Yep. Ken Stewart is an everyday family man working in IT, trying to keep the spark of his marriage, struggling to connect with his teenage daughter. His current life is a far cry from his previous career as a time-traveling secret agent from 2142. Stranded in suburban San Francisco since the 1990s after a botched mission, Ken has kept his past hidden from everyone around him, despite increasing blackouts and memory loss affecting his time traveler's brain, until one afternoon his rescue team arrived 18 years too late. Their mission? Return Ken to 2142, where he's only been gone weeks, not years, and where another family is waiting for him. A family he can't remember. Torn between two lives, Ken is desperate for a way to stay connected to both. But when his best efforts threaten to destroy the agency and even history itself, his daughter's very existence is at risk. It'll take one final trip across time to save Miranda, even if it means breaking all the rules in the process. And finally, in the fiction section, The Last Apothecary. I also want to check out her other novel too, which is apparently her other novel is The London Seance Society. Don't quote me. Anyway, hidden in the depths of the 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella, who sells well-disguised potions to use against oppressive men in their lives. Nella's dark world is no place for her newest patron, a precious 12-year-old girl named Eliza Fanning, but their unexpected bond sparks a string of consequences that echoes throughout centuries. 200 years later, aspiring historian Caroline discovers an ancient apothecary vial in the River Thames. As she is newly grappling with scarring betrayal of her husband's infidelity, a curious research project is exactly the distraction that Caroline needs. But when she discovers a link between the vial and London's long unsolved apothecary murders, Caroline's appended presence soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Noah's and Liza's stunning twist that transcends the barrier of time. Okay, guys, these all look so good. Which one do I start first? My thought is starting the Blades of the Damned because it's labeled as new, and I think on the receipt, which is, oh, where did you go? The receipt's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I think that has a different due date than the rest. Yep, that's due on 2/8, where the rest of them are due on 2/15. They smell so good. Mom's in a baking mood. So that's our library haul. So on to the knit portion. I've been knitting away again on my beautiful Stephen West eyelet shawl here. It's all bunched up because I don't have a longer cord, but yeah, I have to get a longer cord. But it's looking great. I'm having a great time knitting it. I also found a hat that I was knitting for a friend. So I'm gonna finish that up. And I'm taking out, I bought a bunch of minis from the same yarn dyer, that I'm working that shawl with. So I'm making patches with those. What I'm not doing is socks. All my sock projects are in need of repair. And the person that does repairs around here has been too sick to repair anything. But I did just get a brand new sock set from Woolen Women Fibers. If you're a knitter or a crocheter, they are expensive, but they are a 2-woman team. Their yarn quality is excellent. Their monthly yarn boxes are phenomenal. So keep an eye out on Instagram here, YouTube here, Facebook. I will tag Woolen Woman down in the comments. So you can check out their products. It's well worth the price, guys. Let's see. That's what we're knitting. That's what we're gonna be reading. We will also be, for our book club, finishing up. No, for our book club, we will be starting the February book for married bookworms. I'll tag them down below too. They're a great couple. They're so funny. So give them a like and a follow. if you haven't already. Now, here's a job update, but I won't go into that. I want to see how some things play out. There's some interviews coming up. Across everything. Now, the medical. Guys, the back is good. The left leg is good. Because it's all asleep. Mr. Right Knee decided in October he needed some attention. I worked our fall fair at church for 8 hours. If any of you know, I hadn't been quote unquote working those long days since back in 2023. Mr. Right Knee didn't like that, and I decided to do something funky that night after we came home. Didn't think nothing of it, and woke up with it hurting the next morning. For the past November, December, and it's now January, it's been hurting. It's been doing weird things, like I can't walk on it very well. And this is supposed to be the good leg? Yeah. So we finally re-saw my orthopedist after 3 months. There's been a scheduling fiasco. Oof. He said, and I quote, "I've been overusing it." How? Apparently, because after all this time, the left knee, it's been getting all this, like, quote unquote, layman's terms here, special treatment with all the surgeries and blah blah, the therapies, whatever. The right knee finally just gave up on being the strong leg. So, it's also not like if you're a medical person, when you're walking, this is how we understand it. Your knee tracks straight. And you take a step, and it goes straight, and you're good. My right knee doesn't do that. It's tracking out to the right, and that's what's causing the pain. So, I'm back in PT again. Those of you that, like, know me personally, I've been in PT since I was in diapers. I was telling my mom, I said, why didn't I take it more seriously when I was a kid? And she's like, oh, it probably would have just happened anyway. Oh well. So that's the story on that one. Now for those of you that, like, don't know what chronic pain is, or, you know, you've never had that in your life, I'll pop, like, a picture up here or something. So imagine you wake up and you have, like, 100% battery, okay? You shower, you eat breakfast, and that only gets you, like, minus 5%. You go to work, and, you know, okay, you're at 70%. You do your work, you come home. You got, like, you know, whatever. And you go to you do your thing, and, you know, okay, whatever. You 40% left to enjoy your night. You go to bed and you're done. Okay? That's your normal day. My normal day, or anyone else with like chronic pain or chronic conditions, we're waking up and we're already at like 60% or worse. So we wake up and we don't have a full battery. If we're in pain, that battery gets even lower. So we're like, our battery, 10% of that is already gone by just eating breakfast or getting out of bed or whatever, and getting dressed. So like now we're down to 50%. For chronically ill people that work, which I hope eventually is going to be me, you're down to 30% by the middle of your day. If you're working in pain, forget it, which I did. Thank God that's under control now. So like, my day, I'm starting off at like maybe 80% if I've had a good night. So then by the time, you're done with your work day, maybe you've got 30% of your day left. Your battery left, maybe. You go home, you have things to cook and clean, laundry to do. I'm still with my parents, so my mom does a lot of that. I'm trying to help now that I'm feeling better. Still not doing that great, but so, the point of that is, for those of you that just don't know, the end of this message, I guess. Oh, you good, buddy? I guess what Mocha and I want to say is just, you don't know what someone's going through until they tell you or something happens right in front of you. I remember being at my job and not everyone knew that I was fighting what I was fighting. And students didn't know. All the faculty knew. My coworkers knew. And the last day that I was working, or the last week before I went on medical leave, it was like 10 in the morning. And the students were in class, and I was just sitting there trying to do what I normally did, and I couldn't do it. And keep in mind, I didn't have any pain management at that time. And I just went into my office and sat down and cried and called my mom on the phone and said, pick me up. And then a week after, I went on medical leave, and I should have never went back, but I went back for a week, and after we had pain management on board, and even though it wasn't what I'm on now, I went back and I didn't do very well, and they told me, they said, should you, they didn't say anything, but I talked to my mom a lot, and I said, should I really be doing this until we really figure out what's going on? And it was hard. And now I hope I can get in a better position where I'm not blaming anybody at the job, or, I need to be a better advocate for myself, and, but the point is, you don't know what someone's going through until something either happens right in front of you, or really tell you what's going on. And I have some good friends left over from that place, and they really care about me, and they've texted me up until right now, and but anyway, comment down below which book you think I should start first. And if you think I should start a new sock and start over. Because I do have one spare pair of needles that I can start over with. And I think knitting plans for this year are definitely, because I have unfinished socks all over the place. So that's definitely a goal. I don't really know what else I would want to finish. I have some unfinished cross stitch, so I'm definitely gonna get that going. A lot of unfinished video games. Gonna do that. And just, what else do you want to see from us as a channel? And to be clear, my mom will not do this. She is so camera shy. Another thing I thought about doing was, once the room gets clear, our yarn stash is huge. Would you like to see us go through it? See what we've got? And I think that would be a cool video too. I saw that from another YouTuber. Would you like to see me play some video games? That would require some different setup. I've been told by YouTube that I can't go live this way yet. But yeah. So what do you want to see? Do you want to see more of Mr. Mocha and Mr. Rail and what they do in a day, and or maybe a day in my life, and although that's changing. Oh, the family announcement is that after 30 years of working for the company, my dad finally retired. So he is now home all the time. Help. Help us to adjust, and pardon any noise you might hear. So should I start sci-fi, or should I start in the young adult sector? Or should I go historical fiction? What do you guys think? What does Mr. Mocha think? He's looking at the books. Hmm? How was your meeting of the Golden Retrievers? It's just him and Foster. Foster, you wanna come and say hi, buddy? Say hi to the YouTube world? So Foster is a Two Blind Brothers puppy. He likes watching Mommy knit. He likes watching YouTube things. And he likes taking naps. He is a golden retriever, like Mr. Mocha. Say bye. Bye.